My name is Melinda Eitzen with Duffy & Eitzen. I have been asked today to talk to you all by Chris Lake and to talk about my dad, the late Judge Merrill Hartman, and I'm so honored to do that. I wish I could be there with you in person, but I'm in mediation today. When Chris asked me to do this, he wanted me to just visit with you a little bit about my dad and his history. And one thing that Chris said is a lot of people probably don't realize that my dad was originally a family court judge, and he was the judge of the 303rd Judicial District Court. And that was his first bench, and he was on that bench for 3 years before he was moved to the civil bench, where he was for 19 years. My dad loved the family law bench and bar, had many close friends, both colleagues on the bench and lawyers that came before him. And one of the things he was known for while he was on the family bench is he was the first judge to require mediation. That's when ADR was kind of new, cutting edge. And he required mediation in all family law cases, and many judges followed him in that after he started doing that. Another thing that he was known for is he started taking the court to the legal clinics. And many people know that my dad and Will Pryor started the legal clinics in 1983 before he was on the bench. And after he was on the bench, he started taking the court to the legal clinic under the theory that he was the court. And at the legal clinics, he would allow people to do prove-ups of simple divorces. And this was an aid to the clients who did not have to get off work and travel during the workday. They could come to the clinics at night, and it was an aid to the lawyers who were doing this for free, of course. And it was controversial at the time. Some people thought that it was not proper notice if you weren't doing it at the courthouse. But he did it anyway, and I think it was a great service, and nobody ever complained about it in a legal, legitimate, complaining way. So that was another way that he started something new, and several judges, I know that Dee Miller and Francis Harris also participated in that, both of which he had very high regard for. My dad's associate judge was Louis Nicholson, who sadly passed right after my father. And he had high regard for Judge Nicholson, and they were very close. And my funny story about my dad and Judge Nicholson is when I was a younger lawyer, I was asked one time to sit on the bench by one of the associate judges when they were on vacation. And the parties and the lawyers actually agreed to let me hear something that day. Maybe they didn't know they could object. I'm sure I told them, but in any case, they had an actual hearing. And I had made the huge mistake of telling my dad what I was doing that day. So I'm in the middle of the hearing, there's a witness in the box, I'm hearing evidence, and I look up, and in that little window in the back of the courthouse is my dad's face and Louis Nicholson's face, which was a little distracting. But they were both very supportive and wonderful men, and I know that the family law bench and bar will miss both of them very, very much. My dad loved his job, and I think that's a secret to his success, is he loved what he did, he loved the law, he loved all of you. And my family really appreciates all of your kindnesses and your friendship to my dad and to all of us. Thank you.